Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to continue working with polynomial how we were doing last week. But let's get to exercise 28 and see. So the exercise 28 says what is the value of the coefficient of quadratic expressions as a quadratic term when the expressions 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 is multiplied by 2x plus 1. So first let's multiply the expressions. That's the first step. We have 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 multiplied by 2x plus 1. So x squared, 3x squared times 2x, it will be 6x cubed, 3 times 2, 6, x times x squared times x squared. Now 3x squared plus 1 times 1 is just 3x squared. Now negative 2x times 2x will be negative 4x squared. Negative 2, since negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, and x times x is x squared, and then negative 2 times 1 is just negative 2x. Now 1 times any number is just itself, so we will rewrite to x 8 and 1 times 1 is just 1. So now we need to combine like terms. Oh, we see that these two cancels out. We get 6x cubed plus 3x squared minus. Oh, okay. Here, okay, like let me do this. Likely terms. There is an x squared here. No, we have x cubed. I mean before. Now this is x squared. This is also x squared. It was just x, and this is a long number, so we can combine these two. Now 3x squared minus 4. You know that the bigger number has a negative sign, so our answer will be negative, and then 4 minus 3 is just 1. So we're going to say just minus x squared. Then we just keep the 1. Now the question is, what is the coefficient of the quadratic term? Now the quadratic, you remember, the quadratic function we spoke before is the graph of x to the 2. So quadratic just mean to the 2. So what is the value of the coefficient, which is the number before the x of the x to the 2 is negative 1. No? There is no number here, so we assume it is a 1. Oops. Sorry about that. So our answer is negative 1. Yep. Now, which expression is equivalent to 7x squared minus 3y squared, all squared? So let's see. So we know if you remember the formula, we know that a plus b squared equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So a squared will be 7x all of this squared minus 7x squared plus well, yeah, this is supposed to be a minus b, and this here is minus, so times 3y, and then plus 3y plus this square. So a squared 2ab b squared. Now we do multiplication. Oops. We have 7 squared is 49. Now x squared times x squared is just x to the 4. So 49x to the 4. Oops, to the 4. Yep. Minus 2 times 7. 14 times 3 is 42. 2. Wait, the other calculator, I'm sorry. So 3 times 7 times 2 times 7 times 3, was it? Yeah. So 2 times 7 times 3, yeah, 42. And since they have different variables, we just say 42. X squared times y is just x squared y. Oops, y, normal. And then 3y, all of that squared will be 3 times 3, 9. Y times y, y squared. So this right here is our answer, which is this option, D. And yep. Now let's see this. We need to multiply this. So let's do it. I'm not gonna write it. I'm just gonna go. So here we say 1 over 2 times 4 is just 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2. M cubed times M4, we use add the exponent, so M7. And then N2 will be N4. Now here we have positive, it doesn't because it doesn't have a sign, and here we have a negative, so it's going to be negative. And we say 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 over 6, which is the same as 1 over 3. Because 2 over 6, 2 divided by 2, 1. Oops. 2 divided by 2, 1. 6 divided by 2, 3, basically. So 1 over 3, and then m cubed times m5. We use add the exponent, so m8, n2, n4, n6. And then here we just keep the sign, and we have 1 over 2, so 1 over 2. M 2 and 3, so m5 and 2. And this is our answer. So here we all have the 7. Here we have this is wrong. Yep, that's the only one wrong. And here we have m5 n squared, which is only here and here. We discard the others, so our answer must be 8. That's it. Now let's see. And the polynomials p equal x squared minus x minus 2 and q equal to x plus 2 are multiplied, and the results completely satisfy. Which of the following terms are in the resulting polynomial? Select all that apply. Okay, let's see. We need to multiply these two, so we have we have 2x plus 2 times x squared minus x minus 2. So 2x times 1 is 2 times 1 is 2, x times x squared, x cubed, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, x times x, x cubed, x squared, and then 2 times negative 2, negative 4, x times 1, well, it's just x. Now here we say 2 times 1, 2, x times x squared, 1 times x squared, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, 1 times x, just x, and then 2 times negative 2 is just negative 4. Now we need to see the likely terms. So we have an x cubed here. We have, okay, these two cancel out. Then we have the x all by itself and the sole value. So this will be 2x cubed. The x squared just cancel out, so minus 4 minus 2, we keep the sign, add them together, so 6, and keep the x, and then minus 4. Let's see which of the term. X squared is 1, 2x cubed is 1, Wait, which of the following terms are in the resulting polynomial? So 2x squared was cancelled out from before, so I don't think that's part of the answer. 6x squared, again, the same. Now we do have the negative 6x, and we do have the negative 4. Okay, I see that they are not considering this one correct because we do not have a coefficient in front. So yeah, for specificity, I think that's fine. Like, do not consider that one because it doesn't have the other who has the 2 in the front. But I don't know, it all depends. But I think just leave it if you're not 150% sure. Because it's not as specific as the other. Now this is 32. The side length of a cube is b plus 7 squared. What is the volume? Now, remember, a cube, I don't know if I can write this though. Cube. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, this is a cube, and supposedly, okay, I think that was fine. Okay, and the main property of a cube is that all its sides are equal. So, y, length, and height, they are all the same. So, it's just going to be b plus 7 times, okay, b plus 7 times b plus 7 times b plus 7. Now, I technically can say b plus 7 times b plus 7 to 2. Just combining 2 because I have the same value. And now I can use my formula. So here I keep the less part, so it's b plus 7. And then this will be b squared plus 14b, because 2 times 7 times b, so 14b plus 7 squared, which is 49. And now I can keep going. B times b squared is b cubed. B times 14b is 14b squared. 49 times b is just 49b. And then with the number, I say 7 times b squared, 7b squared. Now 7 times 14, that's around okay, it's around 90. It's 98 if I'm not mistaken. Let me 7 times 14. Yep, 98v. And then 7 times 49. I just really need to use the calculator for this one. We use 343. And now we combine the likely terms, which are going to be b squared, b, b. So we keep our b cubed. This is cube. So b cubed. Then for 14 times 2 is 21, so plus 21 b squared. Plus 49 plus 98. Wait, what? 49 plus 98, yeah. It's 147. So 147b. And then we just give the 343. Now this is a result and it is option D. Yep. Now let's continue. So the figure shows the size of a box written in terms of length x. Which polynomial represents the total volume of the box? Okay. Now we're talking about the whole box. So this is the base, this is the width, and this must be the height, because we're talking about the whole block. So this is the base. I can say y width, so w equal this side plus this side, so x plus 2. Then I can say this is the length equal 1 x minus 1. And then this will be the height is also equal x plus 2. Now if I'm calculating the volume, I just need to multiply all of them. So it will be x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x minus 1. So I can say that this is x plus 2 squared, so x plus 2 squared times x minus 1. And now x plus 2, I'm just gonna give the x minus 1, and x plus 2 squared will be x squared plus 2 times 2, 4x, so 4x plus 4, because 2 squared is 4. Now I can start multiplying, so x times x squared is x cubed, plus 4x squared plus 4x, and then I start with this one, so minus x squared minus 4x minus, oh yeah, minus 4. So now 4 minus just cancel out, and I have x cubed. I also have various x squared, so 4 minus 1 is going to be 3, so 3x squared, and we keep the last one, which is minus 4. And yep, A is the correct answer. Let's see. Given m in x equal negative 9.5x squared minus 8x and r in x equal 1.5x cubed plus 3.5, find the value of a if m x times r equal, okay, first I have mx times r, so I'm gonna write that. So I have nx and then mx is, oops, can I use, yeah, so mx is negative 9.5 x squared minus 8x. All these divide times our x, which is negative 1.5 x cubed plus 3.5. All of this is equal 14.25 x to 5 plus 3.45 x 4 minus 33.25 x squared minus 8.5. 8.05. Now, if I want, I'm trying to solve for a, so something that I can do is just divide both sides by this whole term. And this is a new thing that we need to learn, is how to divide with polynomials. We cannot also actually do anything with that in the calculator. It all has to be by memory in our mind. So I'm going to divide this. I'm gonna take the whole polynomial. I'm gonna actually don't know where to write it. I'm trying to use the space possible here. So I have the whole polynomial. So 14.25x 5 plus 3. Okay, now when we are dividing, wait, let me get to that. So we have 14.25x5 plus 3.45, I will suppose, x4. Now, you see that we do not have an x3. For that one, I will put a 0 plus 0 minus 3.25x squared minus 8.05x. And now you understand why I put a 0. And then we divide all this by this term, which is negative 1.5 x cubed minus 3.5. Now, what number do I multiply? First I need to start dividing by the numbers. So 14.25 divided by 1.5. Oops. Wait. By negative 1.5 is negative 9.5. So negative 9.5. And then what I multiply to x to get f5 will be x squared. So x squared times x to the 3 is x to 5. Now I'll write the value because that's the same value I got. But I write, you know that negative times negative positive, here we'll write the opposite. So we know the answer is positive, but we always need to write minus the answer. And then negative 9.5 times negative 3.5, right? Yep, so this is a 3.5. We know the positive, so 9.5 times 3.5, 33.25. Now, we know the answer is gonna be positive, but since we always need to write the opposite of the answer, so minus 33.25 x squared. Now, you see that I wrote it right before under the x squared. Now you see why. So here, we can cancel out this, and then this will be, I need to write this again. I'm going to take it, I need to take it out. So this will be 340. So 14.25 minus 14.25 is just 0. Then 3.45, 45x to the 4 minus 0 is 0 plus 0. Here we keep the 0 just in case. And then here we have the same sign. Let me check that is actually what they say here. Yep, just to make sure. We have the same sign, so we keep the sign, add them together. This is going to be 66 times 50 or times 5 x squared, and we keep the last one, which is 8.05. And now what number do I multiply by 1.5 to get 3.45? So it will be 3.45 divided by 1.5. Oops. Is 2.3. So 2.3. Now we have a negative answer and we want a positive one, so we need a negative sign. Now this is x to the 4, this is an x to the 3. Oops. So we need an x, number x, because x times x to the 3 equal x to the 4. So that's basically it. Now we say negative 2.3 times negative 1.5. It is 3.45. And then x times x to the 3, x to the 4. But we write the opposite, so negative, or just minus the answer. Then, oops, okay, 2.3 times 3.5 is 8.05. So 8.05 x, because x times nothing, just x. So, and then minus times minus positive, so minus the answer. So you put a minus here, and then the answer is 8.05x. Now this minus this is 0. And then we just pass the line. Says 0. We stop using it. In some cases, it's just not necessary. In the future, I know it's going to be more necessary. But so, negative 66.5, which minus 0 is just negative 66.5. And then here, x squared. Here they have the same sign, so I keep the sign and add them together, which is going to be 16.1 on x. And here, purple. What number do I multiply by 1.5 to get 66.5? Let's see. 66.5 divided by 1.5 is 44.3333. Wait. Okay, I made a mistake. It was not in the division itself. It was just that I copied something wrong. So you see, this is plus 3.5. So plus 3.5. So here's a plus 3.5, and then I will change the sign here. This will become 0, so this wouldn't exist. Sorry, this wouldn't exist. And I will change the sign here, so this will become 0, and this wouldn't exist. So it will be plus. We will get 0 first. I'm gonna do another exercise in the future so you can understand better. But yeah, basically the answer that we got was that we keep this part, so minus 9.5x squared minus 8x equal minus 9.5x squared minus 2.3x. So, as you can see, they will just cancel out. And we have minus 8x equal minus 2.3x. We can divide both sides by x, have minus 8 equal minus 2.3, and we can just take out the negative sign and get that 8 equal 2.3. And that's our answer. Yep. Now let's keep going. So the length, width, and height of a rectangular box are represented by 2x, 3x plus 1, and 5x minus 6, respectively. When the volume expresses a polynomial in standard form, what is the coefficient of the second term? Okay, in a standard form just means that it's going from the x to the 5 to plus x to 4 plus x to 3. You know, it's going in order from the greater to the lesser x. So let's calculate the volume. We just multiply the 3. So 2x times 3x plus 1 times 5x minus 6. So I keep the 2x. I will say 3x. 3 times 5, 15. X times x, x squared. 3 times 6, 19. Positive and negative negative, and then x times nothing, just x. Then 1 times 5, 5. We keep the x, and 1 times negative 6, minus 6. So we keep here the 2x. We have 15x squared. You see this has an x, this also has one only x. So we keep the sign of the greater, which is gonna be 18, so minus, and then 18 minus 5 is just 13. And we keep the x, so minus 13x minus 6. Now we keep multiplying, so 2 times 15, 30, x times x squared, x to 3. 2 times 13, 26, which is gonna be negative because this one is negative, this one is positive. And then x times x, x squared. 2 times 6, 12, which is gonna be negative, and x times nothing. Now, when they're asking what is the coefficient of the second term, this is the first, this is the second, this is the third. The coefficient is the number before the x, so it's gonna be negative 26. Yep, which is it. Let me write the answer here that I did. Now this is a new topic. This is factoring. I'm just gonna try to start it. So when we're factor, we're taking out something that they have in common. So for example, okay, well, by what numbers I can divide 32? So I can divide 32 by 2, by 4, by 8, is 16. So 32 divided by 2 is 16. 32 divided by 4, 8. 34 divided by 8, 4. 32 divided by 16, 2. Then in 80, you can divide 80 by 2, 4, 8. Could I divide it by 16? Let's check. 80 divided by 16. Oops, 80. Which is 5. Yeah, we can divide it by 16. And we don't want to keep going because we don't have more number for the 32. So as you can see, we can divide both by 16. So I can say this is going to be equal 16 multiplied by, 16 something. You see here, they both have the m, so we can take out, the m with the lesser numbers, which is going to be m to the 2, because 2 is less than 3. So m to the 2. Now I'd say 32 divided by 16. 32 divided by 16 is going to be 2. Now m to the 3 divided, so m to the 3 over m to the 2 is going to be equal to m to the 3 minus 2, which is the same as m to the 1 or just m. So now when we are dividing, we subtract the denominator. So m to the 3 divided by m to the 2 is just m, normal m, or m to the 1. And now 80 divided by 16 is 5. So 5, and m to 2 divided by m to 2 is just 1, so we leave it like that. D is our answer. Now let's see here. Which expression is equivalent to? Okay, they're taking out a 2. Oops. First, they're taking out a 2. So I'm gonna take out a 2 here. If I say 2 multiplied by 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. 8 divided by 2, 4. And 10 divided by 2, 5. Now, here when I have this kind of fraction, or this kind of function, I want to find two numbers that multiply, give me this, but add them together, give me this. So if I'm actually thinking about -1 and 5. If I multiply -1 and 5, I get -5. If I say -1 plus 5, I'm gonna get 4. So I can say this is 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 5. Because if I say if I say -1 times 5, I'm gonna get -5. And if I say -1 plus 5, I'm gonna get +4. So this is our answers. And this is option A. Yep. Now consider the expression which is the following is equivalent. So first, let's do it. So they're taking on 8. I'm gonna start by that. 8 divided by 8 is just 1, so b squared. 16 divided by 8 is 2b. 24 divided by 8 is just 3. So I have this. Now I want two numbers that multiply, give me this. Add them together, give me this. I don't think I can find them. Yeah, there are two numbers that I can make it work for that. So as you can see, this is the same answer we have right now. So yep, you just saw this is the correct answer. Now, factor of these. Okay. So we have I need two numbers that multiply, give me -14, and add them together, give me 5. So I need a negative and a positive because I have a negative answer when I multiply them together. So it will be -7 and 2. So if I say -7 times 2, it's going to be -14. If I said -7 plus 2, we give the sign of the greater, which is negative. 7 minus 2 is 5, so -5. And those are the exact numbers we have. So which is -7 and then 2. So I'm gonna say x minus 7 y. Why the y? Because when we are multiplying them together, we're gonna get y squared. X plus 2y. Again, why the y? Because it's this. Here we have y squared. And when we are adding them together, we have just the y by itself. So yeah. This is the same as D. And as you can see, yep, this is the correct answer. Now, which product is resolved in... Okay. So here, this is the same as saying in A. This is the same as saying x minus y, x squared minus y squared to 2, right? And for here, I'm gonna have a formula, which is gonna be a squared minus 2ab. And as you can see, it does have, oops, it has nothing to do with what we're looking for. So I can simple discard that. Now let's see here. And here if I do this, I'm gonna get, so we're not looking for A. And B, x squared minus y squared times x squared plus y squared. So x squared times x squared is x4. X squared times y squared is just x squared y squared minus y squared, and x squared is just minus x squared y squared, and then minus y squared times y squared is minus y4. So these two cancel out, and I get, this is 4. x4 minus y4, which is exactly what we're looking for. So this is one of the answers. Now what about if I do this? C. So I'm gonna delete this, and I have the same. Now the difference is in the exponent, right? Yep. So this is by itself, this is 3. So this will be x4, then plus x, y, 3, and then minus x3y minus y3, y4. As you can see, these two do not cancel out because the x here is by itself, and the y here is by itself. so it has nothing to do with each other, so this is not one of our options. Now let's see this one. There is actually a trick. I didn't learn it on the Algebra 2, but I think it might be helpful. When we have a negative and a positive and they're equal to each other, multiplying, we can just say that it's going to be the first. So it will be x squared minus the second square, so minus y squared. And as you can see, this is what we get here. This is going to be our answer. And then we have a negative and negative. So this is going to be just x minus y squared to 2 because it's the same value. And that's not what we're looking for. And here again we have x squared minus y squared because it's the property, and then we have a minus and a plus, so it will be the first square. The first x squared to 2 is just x4 minus y2 to 2 y4. So that's what we're looking for. That's the reason it is also correct. Now this is gonna be the last one. Well, the last two. So which expression is equivalent? Okay, as I said, we want now is more tricky because the first one is not by itself. We have a 3. So what two numbers do I have that I multiply and I get 3? It's just 3 and 1. So I'm gonna say, okay, 3 and 1, k. If I multiply 3k times k, I just get 3k squared. And now what two numbers do I have that I multiply and I get a? I just say 4 and 2. So 4 and 2. Now, this one right here is not gonna work. I'm gonna show you why. The one that will work will be 2 and 4. Why? Because I need to make this work. If I take this diagonally like that and I say 3ak times 4, 3 times 4 is just 12, so 12k. And then 1k times 2 is just 2k. You can see that when I add them together, I'm gonna get the middle one, which is 14k. It has to be like that. I need to get the middle one. Now my answer, my answer to this factorization is not going to be diagonally. It's going to be in the same direction. So it will be 3k plus 2 times k, or just 1k, which is the same as a k, plus 4. And this right here is my answer. So 3k plus 2 times k plus 4. Yep. And here, okay. So if we can to start 20 from both sides, and we get 6x4 minus 7x2 minus 20. Now we need to follow the same process. I will say 3 and 2, so 3x squared and 2x squared. If I multiply 2 times 3 is 6, x squared times x squared, x to 4. Now two numbers that I multiply and I get negative 20. One has to be negative and the other has to be positive. And there are a lot of possibilities, but I'm just thinking 5 and 4. So it could be negative 5 or negative 5 on 4. Let's see if this works. 3 times negative 5, negative 15, x squared. Then 2 times 4, 8. So plus 8 x squared. When we give the sign of the greater, which is gonna be 15, so negative. 15 minus 8 is 7, so that is 7 x squared. And as you can see, it is the same value here and here, so we are fine. So we're gonna take or factoring. So it will be 3x squared plus 4 times 2x squared minus 5, because the sign matters. So 3x squared plus 4 times 2x squared minus 5, which is option A. Correct answer. Yep, that's all for today. I hope you understand it. Remember, you can text me in Discord if you have any question, and I'll see you next week. Or I don't know if I'll see you next week since it's spring break, but I'll inform you through Discord if anything happens.